Hello everyone, I hope you're all having a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Today we have a Sunday night fight for you. We're going to be going back to the War of Brothers campaign when that season starts. However, for now, we're going to enjoy some old War of Rights battles. Our first round is going to be the Bloody Lane, followed up by the High Street. Before we get into this, thank you to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like the support, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. So our regiments for today, on the CSA side, you have the Jackson Division, I Corps, 2 Corps, and on the Union side, you got the Sussy Brigade, Irish Volunteer Brigade, and the 15th Alabama. And as mentioned, this is an old-time fight, my friends. As we see, the server pop is 145 right now. Mind you, War of Rights used to have servers where it'd only be 150 players. It was a lot lower than that, but back in middle of 2021 was the last time we had 150 players. That's when they moved it from 150 to 200, and now we're up to 350, as you can see. So this is a warp back in time, but our imbalance right now is 2 in favor of the Union with a total pop of 148. Artillery-wise, Union doesn't have it. CSA does. They have 3 on it, so our infantry imbalance is 5 in favor of the Union side. Frontline reporters for today's fight. Representing our Union side, you got Red from the 59th New York, and then on the opposite side of things, you got Archer from 2 Corps. Appreciate these guys so we can see what is going on the ground while also seeing what is going on in the sky. So, Bloody Lane, it is, let me see, a 52% ticket advantage to the attacking side. Really big in terms of War of Rights matches. The highest imbalance between attackers and defenders is at 56%, and it can show. So the attackers, if they want, can just go balls to the wall if they want. Historically, you've seen the Union like to group up behind this hill and then charge in. However, as of late, and what they have decided in coordination to do tonight, is actually hit this far CSA left side. Sure, it's kind of in the open, but you have some rocks that you can go off of, unlike over here, which is much more, I guess, exposed, you could argue. And also, CSA maybe wouldn't expect it. However, CSA responding pretty quickly. Now, Union will charge forward through here, try to outflank the CSA, and then collapse through here. What I saw on the CSA chord sheet is they're going to have some guys on the snake fence dealing with the Union, and also have guys positioned here, slowly pushing this way to flank the Union forces and potentially get some flags. Union weapons on the map, they have the 8th Ohio with the Springfield 55 or the Springfield 61, and they have the 69th New York with the Buck and Ball, the 42s, and then the CSA defense, they have the 6th Alabama with the option of the Enfield and the Lorenz, and they have the 14th North Carolina with the option of the Springfield 55, the Enfield, and they also got 42s. So first round's going to start. CSA has to hold off Union charge. Union just has to break CSA once, and it's going to be rough for CSA, but here we go.
You were born north of I-10. You gotta get on the left side of the road, First Georgia.
Looks like you got a second wave of Union moving down the side here.
On the flank, shoot those flags, shoot those flags, shoot those flags.
I mean, CSA's holding strong on this side. 2 Union flag goes down. CSA already wants to say hi, but they're shooting off towards the Mama's farmhouse. Here comes another Union group, 59th, moving in. And you have a lot of these Union guys, surprisingly 15th Alabama. I mean, they're focused pretty well on the I Corps guys who are getting shot up there. But they need to turn around and try to recover their friendlies' flags if possible. Flags are going to get those mobile respawns, really important to have, but 15th Alabama does not, they're not turning around.
Oh my god, please do not kill me, mate.
Back up over the fence, 15th. Back up over the fence, 15th.
The wrong way, son. You went the wrong way. Now you're dead.
Hey, bitch, come here, boy. Oh, yeah.
So 15th Alabama kind of holding their own, CSA slowly trickling out. And I mean, if you just look at the tickets alone, right, compared to what we see on this channel a lot with the high pop servers, right, there's barely any fighting in the server, yet the tickets are dropping like crazy. That's because one of the smart things about this game is, depending on the server size, the tickets scale. Because you want a 300-player server and an 100-player server to take the same amount of time, right? You don't want to scale tickets to a super high server where there's a lot of people dying and make it so that each death is worth a little bit of tickets, because if you have a 100-player server with that setting, right, not a lot of people are dying, so the tickets aren't going to go down a lot. So that's why tickets scale. Nice job with the flag from Hazy King here. That's one of them back. But no, it's a smart game decision and barely any charging. And I mean, Union lost that moderately, I would say. However, they're up on tickets, and that's just because of the ticket advantage. I mean, it's a hard map for Union to charge across at times, but you can bully your way around with the ticket advantage. So you got actually smart idea here from Union, right? They might not have all their flags. However, seeing that the CSA are firmly put on this side dealing with the 15th Alabama remnants, rest of the Union team's like, we'll just push down and take this side. A really good response here from the Union. Once Union takes the side, they'll generally like to push through the corn through here and then hit the CSA who are on point. It'll be intriguing to see where CSA wants to go at this point and if Union does want to push up. So, I think a good response from Union. Again, they're down a flag, but not the biggest deal in the world. Obviously hurtful, but you know, the wild thing is you would think that one might prefer to play 350-man server versus a 100-man server, or 150 for that matter, and that's very true. It's cool. The spectacle is great. However, I think War of Rights is best at these smaller player counts. The smaller skirmish maps favor it a lot because the thing is, right, is when you get to a 350-man server, like CSA, I mean, what are we at? I mean, we're a little over 150, 160 now, but CSA's got, what, 70 guys on infantry, and they can kind of defend a good length of this bloody lane. Now, imagine if you double that, or even triple it, right? CSA can start defending the whole length of this bloody lane, and we saw the great maneuvering from Union a second ago when they hit that far right side, pulled all the CSA into melee, got a ticket lead, and then instantly bounced back onto this side and have taken this part of the lane. You can't do that on a full server because the defenders can defend the whole width of the lane. It's very hard for attackers to be creative if you just remove all the creativity away. Because eventually when the defenders can defend the whole width of the map, only thing the attackers can do is charge and hope that they break through. So, on top of that, with just this mode being already complex as is, I don't know if the majority of people fully understand how it works. And it's fair. I mean, it took me, like, when I played this game with IVB for a while, it's not like I was totally thinking about the strategy when I played with them actively for about a year or so. It's not like I was an officer and I ever really had to think about it, but the mode is so complex that it should reward great officer play, at least with the meta in mind, and a smaller player count allows that to happen. So, in short, I think the decision to increase the server size, while it has had its benefits, I think it's had way more downsides than benefits. So, and I could go on a whole rant besides that, but I think that's a video for another day. Yeah. We're watching a battle here, ladies and gentlemen. So, 15th Alabama have pushed up top. They're bringing pretty good numbers tonight. Some 5th NC guys are mixed in with them, kind of getting a shootout with the CSA open while the rest of the Union are down over here. That Union flag that was lost over here, it looks like someone either picked it up or it despawned. More likely it despawned. Those flags have a 5-minute despawn timer on that. And once they despawn, someone can spawn back in with it at main, and they can run back to their line and continue spawning in people. So, the thing is, as well, is that, also, I think I don't know. I'm going to think this out loud and see if it makes sense. But the thing is, too, is that when you get to the higher server count, right, each kill is worth less tickets overall, which means it makes shooting very inefficient. And for the most part, you're really just forced to charge and be aggressive the whole time. Well, sure, I love charging, but when it's the only strategy to win, you can't be creative, you can't have fun with it. When you have a smaller pop server and each death is worth more, that means a lot more different strategies can work for an attacker. Like sitting and shooting, each kill is going to matter that much more. And on top of that too, each individual decision that a person makes on the field is that much more important than compared to a 300-man server, right? If you have a 300-player server with 150 people on each side, if one person Rambos, okay, no big deal. They're just one person out of 150. But when you have 75 on each side, right, their death is worth double the amount of weight as before. So I think it really, smaller servers kind of make individuals feel more important. But unfortunately, we opened up that can of worms. It's never going back. The devs don't want to go back. They said they worked too hard on it, which I think is a sunk cost fallacy at that point. But, you know, it's their attention. It's their game. They can do what they want. So, you do have 15th Alabama just trying to get a little closer on the JD line here. Good thing to note is you got the 59th and 15th Alabama who don't have the buck and ball. It's really Sussy and IVB who have that buck and ball. Who'd have thought the 69th New York want to play as the 69th New York? So no buck and ball fighting over here. It is kind of surprising to see JD take a very aggressive approach here. Just because they have such a huge disadvantage in tickets. You would think a shootout would not favor them at all at close range like this. It can be hard for defenders to play on time, but if they want to play more of an aggressive defense, but maybe they don't care for time. They do hit Union down to engage. Tickets do look even, but the bars are longer than what we see. So, like, you'll see a team hit a new morale stage like Union just did. They're going to stay at the top of engage for a while, and then eventually, once they start dropping through engage, they're going to drop. CSA is about at that point where they're about to start dropping through engage, so we won't truly know that ticket imbalance. Another thing, too, is I don't remember, it was middle of 2020 when they made the change they added artillery. Before that, it used to be just the game would shoot arty shots randomly. You could argue if they were more accurate, but yeah, at least consistently. But besides that, I'll finish that in a moment. We got Union aggression. All these guys over here, they've got the buck and ball, shotguns, really good close range, right? They want to pick up this pace. Looks like you got IVB on the outside. 59th kind of spearheading this corn push.
Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep push.
Let's go, let's go. Right in front of us, right in front of us. Come here, boys.
Light him up.
You kind of got this two-pronged attack here. A lot of the sussy guys are sitting back. Apologies for looking away from that, but a little surprised to see Sussy not going in. Maybe they're just trying to be that second wave. CSA hold that pretty well nonetheless. Union has started dropping, so that ticket gap is 100% more even. And this Union wave is still kind of trickling forward here. So, Union will be forwarded back. Looks like you got some engagements up top. Maybe CSA tried to play a little aggressive. Union going to countercharge.
Wipe these flags. Backstrap.
I'm coming in.
So, good shots there from the officer, Archer there. Oh my goodness. I mean... Back into the... So, CSA, nice hold on all those charges. They keep tickets even. They might even have a slight ticket lead right now, which is kind of impressive, all things considered. I mean, every decision is going to be a lot more important, but... When it comes to the artillery, too, right? When you have a small 150 v 150 server, I mean, we do have some CSA artillerymen. They haven't hit anything yet. And, I mean, partially, I mean, these are small targets that you're hitting on the battlefield. Not a whole lot of Union, all things considered. And so you're probably not going to hit as much. So, man.
Boys, get up and over, get behind the fence.
Part of me, what I kind of like, what I would want anyways, is that the private servers, people should be able to set how many players they want, right? If the game can handle 500, which we've seen work before, private server owners should be able to adjust that. But if a server is public for public matches, I think it should be limited. Or maybe just limit them all, I don't know. But that's just my take on things. I think that'd be a great compromise. Good. Union push here, 59th. As long as Union's in this corner, they're just going to be able to keep coming down like this and get flanking shots. I-Corps kind of caught off guard there, perhaps. And that's a down CSA flag. Ticket's still fairly even overall. The interesting thing is that CSA has a majority of their forces over here. And, I mean, Union doesn't have buck and ball, and so CSA is kind of outright winning that. But the issue is that CSA doesn't have a whole lot of guys over here, at least compared to Union. And Union, with their buck and ball, is just kind of streaking through everything. And if this Union team can pinch the CSA, it might get deadly. But Union's gained some ground here behind the CSA. They're not, I'm pretty sure they're not on point. Union just has to watch out, though, because CSA main spawn is behind them over there. But you can just see, right? There was a lot of CSA guys there a moment ago, and now Union's completely shot him down with a buck and ball. And CSA is going to have to fall back here. So, Union, I think some of them smartly trying to hop out here and get some kills here. Unfortunately, not a lot of them, so maybe not a great idea to do on your own, but trying to pick apart some CSA who are retreating, not a bad idea. CSA's in a really bad spot right now. I know the tickets don't show it. However, when you have the Union team right behind the point with all their buck and ball groups and flags, it's going to be very deadly and very difficult for CSA to do something. And Union keeping their flags away from the line, which... not a terrible idea here. Union had taken losses and they are capping. Union could cap if they want. They don't need to. Capping would stop the black timer. Since the defenders aren't taking losses, there would be a 7-minute counterattack. And CSA would then have 7 minutes to try to take it back if they wanted. If CSA was down on tickets when they retake the point, if they retake the point, then they will go up to the percentage of tickets that the attackers are at. But the defenders could just not retake it and outright lose it. Charge up top, 15th Alabama now collapsing down. And, I mean, Union's getting a ticket lead, so there's almost no reason for Union to cap here. You just need one person on point that's in skirmishing. Looks like they got off at least, so it's teetering back. Good call on Union's part. If you're an attacker and you're up on tickets, there's real no need to early cap. Especially if you're in a very advantageous position like the Union team is. Because you don't want to capture the point and just let CSA retake the tickets. So CSA, however, will get one Union flag down. I don't know where Archer's running. Looks like he's maybe trying to reposition his guys out there. No shot. They got Paoletti in the house as well. Veteran of the community. Same with Goondog here. This, even though this event is tiny, you got a lot of veteran groups here. If you ever just want to, you know, hop in an event, no rules, just show up, pick some maps, and have a good time here to end the weekend. Not a bad event to do that, that's for sure. So, and I mean, the thing is, too, with smaller servers, sure, it might... I mean, this round's been pretty good so far, all things considered. But... even though there might not be the most action all the time in a smaller pop server, at least compared to a larger pop server, at least I think playing the game is much more enjoyable. So, Union, I think, back off, not wanting to accidentally cap. Maybe they're trying to let CSA reform, maybe have CSA push out a little bit so then the Union can re-push in and try to take them out. I mean, next charge could very well get both sides in breaking. I don't know how long this shootout's going to go, but...
now that USAID isn't going to like 4 people in malaria in Africa, you can kind of use it for good things, like funding more DEI initiatives in our country, right?
So you got a couple of Union guys. Looks like 15th Alabama, after getting wiped and their flags down, is going to head back up. They'll have a great flanking shot. CSA, I mean, they're trying to spread out and still keep fire up on the Union. However, I like that they're at least kind of protecting that flag. You don't want, after you get down a flag like that close to your defensive line, you just don't want the attackers to run in and pick it back up and then leave, right? Be no point of it. Although Sam Davis is disregarding all of this and going in on his own. I'm intrigued to see if 15th Alabama will charge in. It's not a terrible idea.
I just got hit by a bucking ball.
Oh, he got, you know, the fact that he got the flag was kind of impressive, all things considered. Tickets are still fairly even, though. So Union can't really afford those out of lines. Again, every decision, every person going out of line is a lot more impactful on a small server like this.
Get back here, Bushman, Hunter, get over the fence. Independent fire southwest.
So
God, Hunter 5 is such a fuck up. Just light them up.
in the shootout, as it kind of has progressed here,
Good church.
Union's starting to get a ticket lead here.
Take those fucking tickets. Look.
And, I mean, if Union wanted to, the nice part about, I mean, Union's played aggressive, don't get me wrong, but on top of it being a smaller server where each death means more tickets lost for your team, the Union has plenty of time. They can sit and shoot this out if they want. And I think that's could, yeah, wow.
Taxes are good.
Maybe it's just nostalgia hitting me, but I think this would be a good idea. This calls for a video essay when I can't make a weekend. If I should be going to some Civil War battlefields this summer, a good some of the groups in here I'll be going with, and I'm very, very excited for those. If anyone is watching at this point and has any ideas for videos that I should make while I'm gone, anyways, or anything I should see in the battlefields, feel free to put that in the comments. I'll probably ping stuff out closer to then. But for now, we have a charge. Union's going in. If CSA it's breaking, they can capture the point and win off the rip.
You're a bitch. You're a bitch. You're a bitch.
That was a crazy whistle. CSA drops to breaking. 15th. Someone's still whistling. Holy crap. IVB 59th putting up pressure. You can hear Red saying he wants to head back a little bit. They are starting to take the point. However, 15th Alabama still recovering on top. They could potentially run down and get their flag. Union's very much outnumbered no near the point, but they're still putting pressure. Again, if they cap, they win. But I assume CSA is going to run on the point in the moment and prevent them from doing that.
North-northeast, that's all enemy.
Looks like Union reinforcements, Sussy Brigade bringing up their flags. They're going to try to finish it here and now. Crazy part is 15th Alabama is not really involved in this point capture. And Union's still taking it. Here comes CSA.
You son of a bitch. Grab that fucker. Get him coming in. Nice pistol, loser. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Chasing
And Union's going to pull away with the win here. I mean, for the most, that's wild for the most part. 15th Alabama wasn't really on that point. And I mean, you can just kind of see the devastation that Buck and Ball can bring you there. So, a really good job to the Union side there. And a really good first round. I mean, the fact that Union kind of took a ticket lead after the initial charge and CSA was able to bring it back even for a while was kind of impressive, but Union just had very strong positions in the corn, and I mean, it's almost a death sentence for CSA if they want to try and charge that out, because they'd lose a lot of tickets, and I mean, you're charging into Buck and Ball. It's really a hard situation for the CSA side, but it's fascinating stuff. So I think another note to bring up is that when you have the 350, 400, 500 player servers versus these smaller servers, it's a lot harder to balance the game. Whether that's a good thing or not, but really good first round. I'm very excited for High Street. Haven't seen it in a while. I don't know if the Union guys appreciated the map pick, but we'll see. And here we are with our second round. Now on High Street in the glorious Harper's Ferry. Server pop. As of now, it's 172. Union's up by 6 artillery-wise. Again, Union doesn't have it. CSA does. They have 2 on it. So our infantry in balance right now is 8 in favor of Union. I'm sure they'll appreciate that. Union defense on this map. They've got the 9th Vermont with the Enfield, and they got the 65th Illinois with the Springfield 61. CSA, they have the 14th Tennessee and the 18th Mississippi. Both have the option of the Springfield 55, the Enfield, and the Springfield 42. CSA's got Buck and Ball. Union doesn't. CSA has a 13% ticket advantage. This map is horrendously favored in CSA's bias. You got the point of contention right here. Normally, Union holds back here on the behind the stone wall stairway. CSA just rushes through them, pushes them back, and then Union gets trapped at spawn. But Union's going to take the fight to the CSA today, as they're playing very aggressive here, trying to catch them off guard. And again, with the tickets being worth more per death, Union could have a chance to just, you know, maybe catch CSA off guard, defeat them in detail, get some flags down. But nonetheless,
To be honest, we can charge.
here we go.
Let's do it. Let's go.
CSA talking about charging. What's the only thing you can do here? Or else you're just peeking out guys like this. Here we go.
Fuck them up, fuck them up, fuck them up. Stop the shooting, watch stop the shoot. Charge their line, we gotta punch them.
Union holding the initial charge now, pushing back. And what a hold from the Union side. I don't know if all of Union, or CSA rather, was there. Tickets still even.
Go flex. Go flex.
Flags make it out for CSA, and I mean, looks like some of the CSA made it through. I mean, I guess when my camera's here, you know, you don't look behind you, but I think behind my camera, CSA was winning, but Union actually held pretty well, all things considered. 15th Alabama needs to get up there and help their friendlies get their flags back. That's one thing they need to do. They could win, but alas, they're going to fall back there. I don't know why they didn't join their friendlies. They could have won that. But nonetheless, good hold by Union there. CSA up on tickets, so maybe not so good of a hold. But
They're to your north. To your north, 6th.
terrible idea, you know. It's nice to try something new, right? You know, if something doesn't work, try something else. So we got 5th NC and IVB guys, 59th as well, starting to hop up and over to that traditional Union position. 50th Alabama still playing more of an aggressive role here.
Hey, shift left, shift left, shift left.
Shift left. Oh,
Shift left, boys, left, left, left. Moving left. Shift left.
And they are getting shot up as they walk through the open area here.
Shoot the ugly church. Shoot the white church, not the
Go
beautiful
help
one.
our boys. Let's go get that
And now Union's going to try to help 15th Alabama get their flag back, but here comes CSA. My goodness.
face. Chaos seems to be helping CSA here. Generally, these longer spread out charges, maybe not long, but spread out anyways, it's going to help your attacking side here. And as we can see, it is. CSA's up by a fourth of a morale stage already. Union's almost down to engage. Union is still pouring guys forward here. They will at least hold this kind of area here. You do have some CSA moving down near the point I-Core, bringing a flag down here. And I mean, hey, this is a group maybe Union could try to pick apart, get a flag down, defeat them in detail to start. Union's starting to push out, though, a little more. Banners, sussy going this way.
You're next, son. Yeah. Retreat. Retreat.
Oh, you dumb big and bitch, bitch. Hey, don't kill me, man. Hey, I'm a pacifist. Don't kill me. I'm a pacifist. Do not fucking kill me, you vegan bitch.
I'm good, bitch. I'm good. Ah, you some bitch. Fall back.
So, both sides taking hefty casualties. Union hits engaged. And Union's really forming up for our CSA Arty, which is up there. They can get a beautiful shot here in a second if they would like to.
Spread out on this fucking wall. Spread out.
But it looks like the Union side is returning to their more traditional positions here. And they're going to have fun in the process. Meanwhile, CSA, on the other hand, starting to set back up, kind of reform in the midst of that charge, figure out what they want to do. Now, generally, CSA would just charge the Union position on that stone wall. They could early camp, which, based on what I heard in Union Court, Union would appreciate an early cap here. Because if the attackers cap before the defenders hit breaking, as mentioned last round, there's a counterattack phase. Now, depending on the defender's morale stage, that is how long their counterattack is. Now,
the thing is that if CSA caps, they are the attacking team right now, but if they capture the point, they have to defend it. Now they are the defenders. Union would, at that point, be the attackers. CSA could drop to last stand, the normal defenders last stage, and then the attackers, which would be Union, could hit final push. If Union pushed CSA into the last stand in a counterattack, they could win the game. CSA trying to go for a different angle, maybe catch Union off guard. They're able to fill a good amount of their guys in here. And CSA drops to engage.
I just shot that man. I just shot that man. Oh my bad.
But this ticket gap, despite the Union's new ideas here, it is unfortunately not working for them. Union is holding the ground, but at what cost? This is another thing. They need to ticket balance these maps. There's a lot of maps that need help. Just because one side can go into it winning. I mean, if you see your high street, if you're Union, you're like, well, we're not winning this one going into it. And that's just a fact. The thing is that, I mean, out of the 5 years here that I've been in War of Rights, they have not fixed the balance of tickets on any of these maps. The only time they did it was for the new drill camp maps which they released last December, and with the recent update, they did some changes to 3 of the maps. But outside of that, none of these maps have had ticket balances. This map for a while has been heavily CSA biased regardless of the server pop. That needs to change. Garland Stand, maybe Rivers Crossing. Like, the thing is that the maps are not competitive and close. There's no point to playing, right? If that's already a predetermined outcome, what's the point? So, like, Bloody Lane Restaurant was surprisingly competitive. You could maybe argue that Union needs less tickets on that map, but that was a very good round last round. This one, I mean, Union's not doing bad. They're holding the ground. It's just the tickets. It's too much. It's too much, they say. And I mean, with CSA, their whole team having buck and ball, it is incredibly difficult for Union to do damage. They could do a long-range shootout, but it's not like Union's controlling the pace of play. It's all CSA. They're attacking, right? And if Union does try to get aggressive, they're trying to charge into buck and ball. And they've played those charges competitively, but again, have lost on the ticket front. So, regardless, CSA starting to reform, push up again after the charge we saw a moment ago that knocked Union down a little over halfway through engaged.
Did I get him? Move through the gap, fellas. Right here. Keep moving, keep moving.
We have shots.
So CSA's looking to, they're getting a little more aggressive towards the center. Union doing the same, now backing off.
Shoot through the bushes, fellas.
Shoot through the bushes. Just shoot. Just shoot. Cut the grass.
Shoot through the bushes.
Cut the grass.
You can shoot.
And Union any second now is about to drop into taking losses. Yeah, this is why I don't sing, guys. Alright. So, a good song, by the way. A little too good. Haven't heard it in a while. It's weird. The music I like to listen to is not traditional music, that's for sure. But anyways, CSA getting closer, getting in the shootout. I mean, Union does have that stone wall. Oh my. But, I mean, they have the rocks behind it, which make it difficult for Union to kind of get at least full cover. I mean, they can back up in this definitely, but it looks like CSA has at least gotten a shot or two in this Union line. And here comes CSA again. Got some CSA charging up on the top side of the hill as well. Kind of a two-pronged push. Not a bad idea. CSA, if they charged all center like last time, they all crammed in a tiny area.
How you doing, bitch? Come here. Kill this blue bitch. I mean, wait, what?
I'm sorry, Tundra. Keep moving, keep moving.
Union will hold that charge. Never mind, the center looks to be broken. It wasn't broken when I zoomed away.
We got this.
Alas, they did it.
We gotta lead this game. We gotta lead this game. Union.
So, Union holds. CSA almost down to taking losses. Union's about to start dropping through taking losses as well. But CSA is going to reform, and they're going to hit it again.
Good job, guys. Good job, Leonard. Good job, Sasquatch.
Thanks, man.
Good job.
I said thank you.
But for a moment, a time to relax and time to enjoy the glories that is war rights. My goodness. Imagine if someone could crank 90s and make a bridge there. It'd be cool. When you look at the original Kickstarter video for War of Rights, they talked about having two modes, a skirmish mode and a brigade mode. Now, the brigade mode would be you'd fight over, it's almost like a Battlefield 1 operation where you fight over a large map, and then you you take a point, and then you attack and take the next point, attack and take the next point, right? It'd be brilliant for this. I had so much fun playing Battlefield 1 operations in that game. But they said skirmish mode is the brigade mode, and I don't know. I'm really tempted to make a State of War of Rights video and what I think the game should be, but that's, again, for a different time. It'd be so cool if they had a Battlefield 1 operations mode. People were asking for that, and then we got Artie. Nice shot, guys. Instead, we got Conquest and Contention, which, yeah, Contention is not that great. Conquest is okay.
Hey, corner of the church, look, northwest.
Seen. Hostiles close, north by northwest, 35 yards. Field side, field side. They're close, they're close.
So, CSA hit taking losses. But it's a half morale stage difference at this point. CSA edging Cap. Some I-Corps guys going on it, but...
Another officer! Another officer!
Daddy, hey, sling your sleigh to sleigh.
So, CSA could shoot this down if they want, like we saw with last round, or they could charge in if they want.
Oh!
Did we get him? Nah, he's still there.
And they might be going in again. I think this is I-Corps. No, 2 Corps. 6LA.
Kill me! Kill me! Kill me!
No.
Oh, he did.
Guys, they're in the little nickel. They're in the little alleyway right next to us. They're in the little alleyway. They're in the little alleyway.
Yeah.
So CSA getting close there, beyond point. Union trying to play defensive. They're still going down. Only a fourth of a morale stage down to breaking at this point.
I brought the boys. Look at these guns. Just keep shooting. Spread out. Just keep fucking spread out.
So true. That's all you can do. Just keep shooting or just keep swimming. But CSA just needs to shoot down the Union a little more. They can just go sit on point if they want, and then Union's going to have to charge in, which, all things considered, CSA should probably hold and win that, and that'll probably wrap up our night. Union, at this point, it's too late. Union would probably want CSA to early cap so that they could regain some tickets, but Union's so close to breaking that CSA is going to avoid that as long as possible. But regardless, it's been a good competitive round in that sense. Outside of tickets, it's been a pretty well fought round.
59. Charge your nets. Go, 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 go. Straight up northwest.
Let's
left.
go, boys! Move forward!
Union hits breaking. CSA can cap and win. Mega charging here on the point. I assume the CSA up top are going to start collapsing in, but it doesn't look like they are. So Union is able to win the day here. CSA starting to move down from the top. JD and some I-Core. I'm surprised they didn't go in right away, but at least they're going in now. Not like it's really going to matter, but don't want to give Union a chance.
Union forever. Hey, what's up, lads? What's up, lads? What's up?
Hold here, 15th. Hold on point.
Hold here, hold here.
Watch this little fucking alley and watch down below you.
That was so fucking scary, dude. You're an asshole for that.
So CSA's kind of playing a little house game. Union just all kind of sitting on point. CSA just got to get formed up. They're definitely outnumbered on the field overall, but it's not like Union's going to leave point to charge them, right? Be crazy. Maybe not so crazy if you think about it, because at this rate, they're probably just going to slowly get shot down and die, or just get charged off point at some point.
On me, on me, on me.
If you're not 15th, anchor this middle road.
15th going to try to sneak their way through here.
Don't let me hear it.
Fuck you and your flipper feet. Up here, boys, up here, up here, up here, up here. Huzzah! Move forward, move forward.
Huzzah! Freedom!
Where you at, Red?
Jazz hands.
Huzzah! Huzzah! Freedom! Freedom!
Get out my game, buddy.
Huzzah!
You missed your step. You missed
Into
another
them,
step.
boys.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Come on, 15th, on me. Let's go.
Oh, you gotta kill my game.
You got them charging through, having a jolly good time there. And now Union's starting to go forward. They're playing aggressive. Unfortunately, though, they are dropping through braking, and CSA slowly starting to kind of reform. They've wiped a good amount, I will say. They got a CSA flag. And you can't blame Union for doing this, right? Trying to maybe pick a CSA up while they're apart, not necessarily formed up, get some flags down in the process. Not like flags are a huge deal on a small map like this, however. Union is kind of taking CSA apart, but it's not working on tickets. They're down almost a whole morale stage now.
Jack, go get the flag back here, yeah.
Don't
Here.
block me, bro. Oh yeah, you're calm. Good work.
Saved
Was
you.
so scary.
I saved you.
You did. Yeah, you did.
CSA, it's breaking. You never know. Union, one last huzzah. So, Union, they can't respawn anymore. Or might as well have some fun here. Last of the Union over there, if they were dead when they hit last stand, they spawn back in, giving Union one last morale, or I guess one last wave. And CSA is now going to counter push and try to finish the job. I mean, they will finish the job.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Yankee. Shoot the Yankee. Kill the Yankee.
I got the Yankee, but ain't not the Yankee.
Fuck your team.
Oh my bad. I stabbed you in front of me.
Oh my God, going.
Bro, keep going, boys.
We're trying to pick up the Union flag. You can't respawn guys anymore. No point to pick that up.
Die, heretics.
CSA already's getting a shot in too.
Honorable combat.
But,
Total Yankee death.
you know, it wasn't a bad idea from the Union, all things considered, right? Playing a aggressive defense is something you don't usually see on high streets, so it's not a bad idea to try. So, good 1-1 tonight. After watching this, I mean, I know it's two smaller maps, and it's definitely been exciting, but this has definitely reinforced my opinion that Skirmish should be capped at 200. Conquest and Contention, I'm fine with that being a super high pop server. It can make sense. But like Battlefield 1 or Star Wars Battlefront 2, they've got different game modes with different player sizes. So why can't we have that in War of Rights? Why do we need to cram 500 people into a Harper's Ferry Street? Everyone hates playing it. No wonder why. Anyways, good 2 rounds today. I hope you all are able to have a wonderful Memorial weekend tomorrow. Or I guess day tomorrow, but now is the weekend. But I hope you all enjoyed that. With that all being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord and our daily clips channel in the description as well. It's called Battle Line Clips. You can search it up as well. Regardless, I appreciate you all. I could not do this without you, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.